whatever she decides next, has the ability to impact an entire country in ways no one could ever imagine.
Buying Team Namibia is a choice you make for us, not just for you. Join the 2.5 million strong team that grows stronger with every single Team Namibia purchase. Team Namibia. Together, our future is brighter.
Coming to you from our Eros Park studios here in the capital, Windhoek, this is the Thursday edition of Primetime News. Primetime News is weekdays between 7:30 and 8 p.m. Make sure to catch us as we deliver unfiltered reports of events shaping the global community. Many thanks for tuning in. I'm Salima Shimwefeleni Masipa. Matters pertaining to sustainable water supply headline tonight's bulletin. Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, Carle Schlettwein, says the ministry continues to explore new water supply development options to ensure water security for the country. Schlettwein made the remarks during the launch of the first Namibian Regional Water Symposium for the Northern Central regions in Ongwediva on Wednesday, saying Namibia, as the driest sub-Saharan country, has to face very specific and daunting challenges to ensure water supply security for all. Maria David filed our lead report.
According to Schlettwein, this has been exacerbated by the effects of climate change, drought of severe intensity and out-of-season floods.
We have discussed it in Cabinet and we have again reiterated the importance to make Namibia a water-resilient country, but also a food self-sufficient country, for which we need water. Actually the way around. We should not try to be food self-sufficient without being water resilient. We have to be first sure that the water is there, then we can tackle the usages of water for irrigation. So it is now a priority, as it has been in the past. Not only the livelihoods are threatened, but also the national economy is severely affected by prevailing negative climatic circumstances. You can imagine, and we can give you the figures, as from 2006 around, because of the perpetual droughts, the agricultural sector's contribution to GDP was declining from a percentage of close to 10% to a percentage of just below 4%.
He added that the increasing population and economic growth, variable climate and climate change impacts call for innovative approaches, sound principles and clear strategies to improve water use efficiency, reduce or prevent pollution, fostering integrated management.
On to human-wildlife conflict matters. A problematic male lion, which has been on the rampage, devouring livestock in the Palmfontein area of the Kunene region, was put down via conservation hunting recently. This was revealed by Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism spokesperson Romeo Muyunda in a media statement on Wednesday.
The lion that was hunted, that is on the 10th of October, was declared as a problem-causing animal, and this is in accordance with the existing laws and policies of this country. It was declared because the lion has, on a continuous basis, hunted and killed people's livestock. To be specific, it has killed 14 goats before it proceeded to kill a bull that belongs to farmers in the areas of Palmfontein and the Kunene region. So we know that this lion was collared, and it made it easier for the ministry as well as conservancy officials to monitor his movement. However, after various mitigation measures were put in place, the animals still continued to hunt for livestock. And this is despite the fact that there is sufficient game species in the area. The lions still continued to hunt for people's livestock. This have caused concerns in the communities that were affected, and as a responsible ministry, we had no choice but to put down the lion. So the lion was hunted by means of sustainable hunting, where a hunter had paid a certain amount of money, of which 20,000 was paid to the Game Product Trust Fund, and a total of 300,000 was paid to the affected communities.
On to some alarming gender-based violence statistics from the northern region of Ohangwena, which recorded 149 rape cases and 5 attempted murder cases between January and September this year. This was revealed by the Namibian Police Force Regional Commander for Ohangwena, Commissioner Otilie Kashupulwa, in an interview with the Namibia Press Agency on Wednesday. More insights from this insert.
Kashipula said the region recorded the highest number of rape cases in February, with 25 cases, 14 arrests and 11 perpetrators yet to be arrested, while August recorded the lowest within 12 rape cases, 8 arrests and 4 suspects to be arrested. She said the police managed to arrest 98 suspects in rape-related cases and 5 suspects in attempted murder cases. Kashipula further stated that 15 cases of assault with intent to commit grievous bodily harm and assault through threatening were perpetrated against minor victims, of which 13 suspects have so far been apprehended in the cases. 35 rape cases read with domestic violence were recorded and resulted in the arrest of all 35 perpetrators. In order to address the issue of rape and gender-based violence, Kashipula indicated that they will be embarking on various educative programs to sensitize the public on how best to address the matter. She added that they will also visit schools, traditional leaders, and do thorough investigations to apprehend outstanding suspects. Reporting for Primetime News, Diana Kauta.
Switching attention to some positive developments for Namibia's media landscape. The Norbert Zongo National Press Center has announced that Namibia will be honored as press champions in Africa at the 10th edition of the International Festival of Freedom of Expression and the Press. The festival commenced on Wednesday and will end on the 21st of October 2023 in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, and is taking place under the theme Media Conflicts and Social Cohesion in Africa. More from this insert.
According to a press release issued by the Norbert Zongo National Press Center, Namibia has occupied first place in the African ranking for several years. And Festival of Freedom of Expression and the Press is celebrating this achievement through the presentation of a trophy and the recognition of all the African journalists who will be present at the Festival of Freedom of Expression and the Press. Ministry of Information and Communication Technology Executive Director Audrey Mata, in a press release on Wednesday, said the government of Namibia's commitment to transparency and open communication has further solidified Namibia's reputation as a free and independent press environment. He said President Hage Geingobb's leadership has gone beyond rhetoric as the government has implemented policies and practices that support media freedom. Reporting for Primetime News, Ndamona Kanganjera.
Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to the Primetime Biz Slot, your leading source for the latest developments in the world of business and economics. The segment commences by casting spotlight on the government vehicle purchase moratorium and the effects thereof. PDM lawmaker Vipuakuye Muharukwa tabled a motion for the August House to evaluate the impact of stock theft on the livelihoods of both commercial and communal farmers during a parliamentary session on Wednesday. The motion aims to establish the extent of the problem and its effects on the farming community and the prosecution of offenders. Let's take a closer look at the parliamentary deliberations on this matter.
Factors that this motion considers necessary to look at the diverse, is specifically the diverse way in which we farm, and realize that the universal approach of the current legal framework is is one of the major reasons why we failed to change the behavior of the would-be stock thief and allowing stock theft to continue to flourish. Further, thieves are not any longer stealing for small consumption purposes. They are ransacking farmers as part of cartels that have access to resources, including vehicles and lethal weapons. The increasing use of undocumented immigrants, especially by part-time farmers on their farms, also presents a grave danger to our livelihoods. The act is there. First time, 5 years without fine. Second time, 10 years without fine. It goes every time you add 5 years. It is still on the statute book now. I don't know why our courts don't implement that. The Stock Theft Act, some of the Democrats consider it as unconstitutional too. It is one of those stringent laws in our statute book that is undemocratic, so-called undemocratic. But then the thieves abuse this democracy, this space that they have been given. That if you look now, you go to the courts, thieves are getting bail willy-nilly, and other people who are considered to be politicians are not granted bail. Some of them are in prison now, and the basic tenets of our constitution say that every citizen of Namibia is presumed innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. Apparently these things, it is convenient to be thrown out of the window when it suits certain political objectives, but that is not what I want to discuss. I just want to confine myself to stock theft. We have the laws in place, as Comrade Jerry said here. But then when it comes to sentencing, bail, all these things are thrown out of the window.
On to the Internet of Things. Delegates attending the Mobile World Congress 2023 in the Rwandan capital of Kigali on Tuesday called on Africa to accelerate digital connectivity, accessibility, and affordability to bridge the digital divide on the continent. The event brought together more than 2,500 delegates, including political leaders, government officials, experts, representatives from the United Nations and the African Union, as well as dozens of technology companies and startups, among others, from across Africa and the world. More perspective from this report.
Rwandan President Paul Kagame, while speaking at the event, said financial technology is starting to make a big difference in the everyday lives of our citizens. The potential of digital health technology to transform our health systems is also very clear. We have to address the gaps in the access and connectivity with a sense of urgency to many Africans remaining offline. He noted that although Africa has the fastest growing mobile penetration rate globally, there is still a long way to go. We must continue to prioritize digital skills and literacy. Globally, we are also seeing strong momentum to support Africa's digital transformation. With the 4 core themes of Accelerate Africa, FinTech, Health Tech, and Powering Digital, the event, which runs until Thursday, features summits and forums that delve into vital topics such as bridging the digital divide, leveraging mobile tech for socio-economic development, and aligning industries with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. Reporting for Primetime News, Ishmael Mukvonda.
For tomorrow's countrywide weather outlook, let's now turn our attention to the weather report. Welcome to Sport Planet, where brawn and sweat are the order of the day. Boxing jolts this segment to life. Tanzanian boxing promoter Shomari Kimbao is at loggerheads with Namibian boxing mogul Nestor Tobias over the non-payment of Tanzanian boxers who competed in the Together as One Part 10 boxing event in September 2023. The Nestor Sunshine Tobias Boxing and Fitness Academy held its boxing bonanza in early September at the Ongwediva Trade Fair Center, where Namibian boxers exchanged leather with their international counterparts. Tanzanian boxers Idi Salamu Pilari Mzee and Joseph Magwisia were part of the boxing event. They fought against Namibian boxers Charles Shinima and Paulinus Njoronimus respectively. 6 weeks after the fight, the boxers are still waiting for their payments and have contacted the Namibia Professional Boxing and Wrestling Control Board, who sanctioned the fights, as well as promoter Nestor Tobias, but have not received any positive response. In an interview with the Namibia press agency, Kimbao of Golden Boy Africa Promotion INC and manager of Magwisia expressed his disappointment that his boxers still have not been paid what is due to them. On to rugby. South African coach Jacques Nienaber has named an unchanged squad, the most experienced in Springbok history, from the one that edged France to play England in the World Cup semi-final in Paris on Saturday. The selection boasts a combined total of 895 caps, with 15 of the 23 having played the 2019 World Cup final against England, which the Bokke won 32-12. It is also only the second time that Nienaber and director of rugby, Rassie Erasmus, have named an identical lineup in the 64 tests since they took charge of the team in 2018. The only other occasion was in the opening match of the 2019 tournament, which they lost 23-13 to New Zealand. Stay tuned for your sports roundup. On that note, we have come to the end of the Thursday broadcast of Primetime News. Many thanks for having tuned in. Catch me on the morrow as we wrap up Primetime News Week. Remember to subscribe to our channel to ensure you don't miss out on local, continental and global events making headlines. Otherwise, from myself, Salima Shumwefeleni Masipa, alongside my dedicated creative team behind the scenes, it's bye-bye till tomorrow. Good night.